my name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel, Callie Jenny's Crafty Stitching. In today's video, we are going to be continuing with this beautiful canvas. I believe it's called Swan Lake Cottage from NewCraftDay. And we have not gotten very far, but this is where we are going to be continuing. But first, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with me a little bit again today. I love you guys, so appreciate each and every one of you. If you are new, I hope you will enjoy it. Check out that playlist. Consider becoming a part of the family here. Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. That way you are notified when I upload my new videos. And if you guys enjoy it, if you could all just please give me a thumbs up. Just helps out my channel, helps more cross-stitch lovers find their way to me. All right, so to get started, as I am taping this, it is, let's see, Wednesday morning, October 8th, 4:45. Yep, you probably guessed it, since that is my typical time to start filming. And I think today I'm going to try zooming in closer. Let's see how close we can get. I'm not sure though if it's going to get too blurry. I'm going to try it though. I'm going to try it for a little bit here. And hopefully it doesn't, the camera doesn't wiggle too much, because you know these cats, especially Starfire, likes to be a part of the video. Got my coffee here, ready to go, get my glasses on. Now, a couple of you have been kind enough to point out to me that to do the parking method, I should be starting from the top of the square. Let me zoom back out a little here. From the top of the square and working down, and then I guess I just move it over to the next top. I am brain dead when it's coming to this method. I am having trouble understanding it. It does sound better to start from the top of the square and work my way down. That way the threads aren't in the way, but then I have to carry them back up. And here comes Starfire already. All right, let's try putting her down. She's probably going to come back, but you know how it is. This is how it is every time. All right, so let me go ahead, trying to decide. I really want to finish these ones that I have in here first. So let me see if that's going to be feasible. Look at all these. Look at all these threads. And they're just so in my way. All right, I'm going to move these over here. Yeah, she's already looking, trying to figure out how she's going to get over here. So she is probably going to be coming. All right, so I think this one is for the green X's. So I think we'll start with that to finish up this little section. Sorry, because there are so many different color changes in this corner, but I still want to stitch it together with you, so we are, you know, filling in as we go, regardless of which way I wind up doing it. You're going to have to watch me do a lot of color changes. Hopefully you do not mind. All right, so let me go ahead and get this one threaded. She does not want to cooperate. And here comes Starfire, which I knew was going to happen. Come on, this threader is not wanting to work. See, that's part of the bad part too, I think, about zooming in really close, is it's really obvious when the camera shakes. I gotta do that. I gotta show you guys, because I know you guys appreciate it. Look at, there she is. Say good morning, Starfire. Look at, let's see her put her paw up there. Oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just helping you out. Yeah, I'm just laying here. I'm not going to do anything. Yeah, I'm good. I'm a good girl. Oh my gosh, she is trouble. She is too much. All right. Now we got to try to reposition this. Sorry, everybody. I know some of you really, though, appreciate the girl. Man, now I got to get this all. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Let me get this back. Let's see. Let's see how close we can go. We'll give it a try. I'm going to try a little bit at this level, and then probably go a little bit out that way, just in case it's blurring too much. It hopefully won't be too big of a problem. So first we're going to start out with these little green X's. Try to work our way in between Oh my gosh, try to work our way in between all these floss strands, which just kills me. Try to keep an eye out to see if it's blurring really bad. Part of the problem too is when it's this close, my hand is just in the way. But we'll give it a try here. So that way you get a good view of the canvas, hopefully, if it's not too blurry. And it's funny because sometimes it works better than others, so I'm not sure what it is. I am definitely not a professional cameraman. Come on. Do let me know what y'all are working on. As you know, I do love to see it. If you are not already a part of my Facebook group, that link will be down in the description box below as always. Again, just a reminder, there are 2 questions that have to be answered before you can be approved, but they are very easy. It is just, how did you hear about the group and that you agree to the rules. That's it. And that keeps everybody in the group as safe as possible. All right, so now we got to move over here to these X's, which I'm just going to go ahead and do that because I really want to work these threads out of my way. So yeah, I was told that you should work from the top of the square down, but does that mean when you finish the ones for that square, you move it to the top of the next square, providing that there are some of those symbols in the top? But what if there's not? What if they're in the middle? And now we're back to the same problem with them being in the middle of my work. And I'm sure I'm probably overthinking this because that is me in a nutshell. It is definitely what I do. I'm definitely more of a visual learner. I probably need to go back and watch more videos of other people doing the parking method. I'd really like to find somebody doing it from the beginning rather than in the middle of what they are already working on, so I can see how they get started. But there's also there's so many color changes in this canvas, especially in this section of this canvas so far. Okay, so for instance, I'm about to finish the X's for this square. All right, where am I now? See, I just lost where I was. I think... Oh my gosh, really? Where was I? Trying to find there should be a half stitch right here somewhere. I swear I just made one. And you're probably seeing it going, it's right there! It's right there! Is it this one? I think it must be this one right here, because that's the only half stitch I see at the moment. So that's got to be it. All right, so see, that's part of my problem. It's like stitching in the weeds. So see, there is no X's up here. So I would have to bring it back, either drop down to this one or one of these right here. So again, it's going to be in my way. Hold on one second. I'm going to have to move her. She's being bad. And she's already looking to come right back up. She's in one of those moods. So yeah, keep those tips rolling in, because you can't always start from the top of the square because there's none there. So I have to park in the middle, which again is going to put it in my way. You can see how I feel about that. All right, well, I'm just going to go ahead, I guess, and park it over here on this bottom one, because that's not going to be any worse than parking it right in the middle. Nope. For me, anytime I park, whether I'm doing the parking method or not, if I'm going to park a thread and leave it, why am I so challenged? It does not want to go where I want it to go. There. If I'm going to park a thread and leave it, I always park it in the bottom left because that's where I start all my stitches. Okay, now what are we going to do? See, constant color changes. All right. I think we will do this one to catch all these purple little slashes right here. I feel like I'm going to see going this way. I feel like I'm spending more time, you know, loading my needle. So I don't know how long I'm going to manage this, but we'll see. Okay, so now we got this one. So now we're going to do these purple slashes right here. Try not to grab our other strands. Trying to see if this is, how bad this is blurring. I know it blurs somewhat. Let me try. What if I leave my finger here? Maybe if I leave one hand and just do it one-handed, it will help with not the camera not blurring. We'll see. It's hard for me to tell really until I play it back, because I don't have a really good view of the camera vision. Sorry if the camera's shaking, because guess who's back? No. She's so naughty. Probably going to have to move her again. Yep, hold on. She's not being a very good girl today. She wants to keep grabbing everything. Sorry that she keeps moving the camera too. But I refuse to put her in another room after accidentally leaving her in there one day when I went to work. So I just can't do it. Just do the best we can. Okay, let me go ahead and get this one over here in the middle of the weeds. Or try. I get the needle in there. I do think it would be much easier stitching from the top of the square down, because then obviously the threads wouldn't be in your way. I just don't see how that works ongoing. Maybe for the first square, but then where it gets moved, the floss gets moved to, depends on where it's located in the next square. So then we're back to them being in the way. So I have my doubts it's going to work. And she is back. I just don't think it's going to work for my brain, the way my brain works. It's not having it. But we're going to, right now we're just going to work on what I have already here. Because no matter what I wind up doing or how I wind up stitching it, one thing is for certain, and I am going to fill in the section as we go. Okay, come on. Some of these it just doesn't want to go in. Oh, she's been so bad today. She is definitely my little buddy, though. If I am home, she is with me. Okay, got a few more of these, and then we got to switch again. You know what, let me readjust this just a little there. I hate even looking away because I can't see where I'm at. Because I get lost in the middle of everything. I think it was right here. I know some of you just make it look so easy. And I really think it comes down to how our brains work. And I think I probably will do the 9 square. I will work within the 9 squares until they're completely filled in, and then I will move on to the next section of 9 squares. At least that's the plan as of right now. Why does this stitch here look funny? Oh, I think I have do I have a tail up here? I think I do. How did that happen? I don't know. Hopefully that's not something coming undone. I don't know why it would be. But just in case, I think I'm going to put a little stitch over it. Even though it's not exactly the same color, it's pretty close. Just to kind of tighten it down there, because it's bugging me. I believe again that this one I had gotten in 16 count. And I hit the camera. Let me know if you guys prefer the camera up this close or a little bit further away. Because I'm afraid it probably blurs more the closer I am. I think what I will do is I'm going to finish these two, and then I think I'll pull it out just a little bit. So that way you can make your decision and let me know what your preference is. Almost done now with the little purple slashes. Keep these other ones out of the way. Come on. Okay, maybe she's going to leave us alone for a minute. So far, every time I put her down, she comes right back. Okay. All right, so that's it for the purple slashes there. I guess I will move it up to here. See, I don't want to move it all the way to the top. Let me zoom this out a little bit. I don't want to move it all the way to the top of this square because then I'm stretching the thread past all of these that need to be stitched and then working my way back down. And that just doesn't work for my brain. I can't do it. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I love you guys, and I appreciate all your advice and trying to help me out, but my poor brain just doesn't work that way. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I want to, but I can't. I'm probably just not getting it, but I'm not. So I'm going to have to move on. All right, so what do we want to do next? I think we will do... No, regardless, I have to first work all these strands before I can change anything up. But I think I'm going to work on these little blue slashes now. See, this is like what? Already my third color change since starting. All right, I can't believe we're already at 20 minutes too. We don't have very much longer for this video. Okay. Let me see if I leave my hand here. I'll try just stitching one-handed to see if that helps with the blurring. I mean, you know what? I think I did. What did I do? Oh, no, I did it. Is this? Yeah, okay, yeah. See, I look away from it. It's so messy to my brain. Every time I look down, I just see all these loose strands that I completely lose focus where I'm at if I'm not maintaining my vision right at that spot. That's my brain. So right now we're just getting these vertical blue lines. There's one here. There's a lot of, it's not really confetti because there's a few of each color, but it is very busy. All right, so we got any more over there? So no, I'm going to go ahead and come over here and grab these on this side. For this square at least. Let me know if any of you have picked up this particular kit. This one is so beautiful. It's a shame that NewCraftDay wasn't able to get it back in stock. Maybe something will change and the supplier will bring it back for them. I do have a video releasing this morning. It is another unboxing from NewCraftDay. By the time you see this video, it will have come out. And it is gorgeous. It is actually, I'm going to try doing half stitches all the way down to grab these and then work my way back up and hope I don't miss any because it's so messy. But I got another one of those. I think that their containers, I think, really meant for diamond painting, to put your diamond in for your diamond painting. I'm going to use them to hold beads for beaded stitching. They have come out now with kits that they're an 11 count, which I prefer. I prefer the 11 to the 9. And they have glass beads and the colored floss. So I want to try doing a beaded kit with colored floss because I'm not a big fan of that clear floss because it was a challenge to get it to not slide out of the eye of the needle. And then I was worrying about how well it was going to hold on the canvas, which would probably be fine if I'm just doing it right, but I have so much stuff going on, I didn't have time to be messing around with that, so I am going to try this. And the colors in this kit are gorgeous. And I have always loved unicorns. I'm sure I will always love unicorns. That is just me. That's who I am. And I love the colors. And the kit's not too big. So it's a more manageable size to start out with. So, hit the camera again. Sorry, everybody. Hopefully you weren't looking. Hopefully you were stitching or diamond painting or crocheting or doing, you know, whatever craft you are working on. But, and I don't think it's a full coverage either. It's like a partial. So I think it'll be more manageable for a starter. But I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited that it has the colored floss and that it has glass beads. And boy, you can tell the difference too when the beads are glass. Because that little kit, it didn't look like much when I pulled it out of the package, but it was weighty. That thing had some weight to it, and it was the beads. I'm sure because they are glass. But I've heard the glass ones don't lose their color like the plastic ones do. Like in the sunlight and stuff, you have to be careful with the plastic ones because they will fit, their color will fade if exposed too much to direct sunlight. But I've heard that is not an issue with the glass beads. So Lord knows if I go through all that, I do not want the colors to fade. And she is back. Try to deal with her and hope she doesn't grab my floss. I'm telling you, if I am home, this girl is with me. She's somewhere with me. She's either on my lap, she's on the back of the chair, literally hanging over my shoulder. She is with me. All right, so I think that was the last of them, I think, for this. Nope, got one right down. Got a couple of them right here. These are actually little oversized squares because there's actually 2 rows at the bottom that was, you know, like a partial square. Very partial, obviously. Come on. All right, so let me get this last one, and then I think we're going to call it because these are supposed to be shorter. I still have to get my breakfast before I leave, otherwise my stomach gets sick from the coffee, and I'm having my coffee. All right, so that was all the blue ones for that square. All right, so we didn't get a whole lot done with all that color changing, but we did fill in more of these 2 squares, so we are getting somewhere. You can already see the texture and the different colors, which I would hope so, with all that color changing going on. We park this thread over here at this blue vertical, if I could get it in here. But just want to thank you guys for coming to hang out with me again. Do let me know. Did you prefer it really close up or out a little bit? Let me know if it even matters, because I know a lot of you are stitching or diamond painting or working on something else while I'm stitching. Maybe you're even driving and I'm just keeping you company. So yeah, just let me know. If it doesn't matter, that's good too. So whatever you guys like best works for me. I love you guys. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. If you have not already hit that subscribe button, it is right down there, right below. All information is always in the box. Sometimes I do put updated information in there. So be sure to check it out. And that is going to be it for today, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all will be very safe and always be blessed. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.